grab your math workshop and let's get started on these, okay? Guys, here we go. Number 1, what number did you find was the biggest, bless you, that went into 16 and 48? 16. There you, did I say 16? Yeah. Oh, 64 and 48, sorry. Alright, do they have a letter in common? X, there you go. Alright, so what's 16 divided by, or 46? 64 divided by 16, guys. I'm going on a little sleep here. 4. Sorry. Alright, you had 4 X's. You took out one of them. How many do you have left? Cubed. Very good.
Miss Blackman?
Yes, ma'am?
Do you know what time the homecoming activities themselves will start on Friday night?
Of the game?
Yeah.
The game starts at 7.
No, but like, don't they do the homecoming court and things?
Okay, I'll send you an email.
Thank you.
Because right now I'm teaching. Good grief. 48 divided by 16. How much is that? How much? 3. There you go. You took out the X. So what else is left? Y squared. There you go. All right. So let's skip number 2 for right now. Let's do number 3. You got 26. You got 18. You got 32. What number goes into all 3 of those? 2. 2A. There you go. All right. What's 26 divided by 2? 13. You took out the A, so what's left? Come on, B. There we go. Let's see, Mina, what's 18 divided by 2? 9. All right, took out the A, so anybody, what's left? Eamon, what's left? C. There you go. All right, Brittany, what's 32 divided by 2? 16. And Evan, we had A squared. We took out an A, so what's left? A. Perfect. Y'all okay with that one? All right, guys, there is a math workshop test next week on Monday, okay? So we got to be ready for it. All right, number 5. Let's do number 5 real quick because the other ones are different. All right, there's only 2 of them. So you got 24 and you have 18. Bailey, what's the biggest number that goes into 24 and 18? Two. Very good. All right, Reagan, what's the letter they have in common?
What? It's 6.
2 and 9, 2 would be 12. That is 6. Oops. Oops. I told y'all, I'm going on 2 hours of sleep. Keep me awake. All right, Reagan, what letters do they have in common besides A?
B.
A and B, right? All right, Emma, what's 24 divided by 6? 4. All right, Alex, if I take out an A and a B, what's left right here? A and a B. There you go. All right, Joseph, what's 18 divided by 6? 3. Very good. And if I take out the A and B, what's left? Nothing. There you go. Y'all okay? All right, now 2, 4, and 6, those are different because they don't have 2 terms or 3 terms. How many terms does 2, 4, and 6 have? They have 4 terms, right? So when you have 4 terms, there was a special name that it had. Starts with a G.
Grouping.
Grouping. There you go. So we're going to do grouping. Might want to put a note by that. Yep. Because you're going to have a test on Monday, okay? This is all review from algebra and geometry. You've had 2 years of this. Alright, so Ty told us that we grouped the first 2 together and we grouped the second 2 together. Notice how I put that plus sign with a second one, okay? Alright, so let's cover that up. Just the first 2. What do just the first 2 have in common?
A.
Just an A, right? So that'll be A minus 4C when I take that out. Y'all okay? Alright, now look. The reason I take that plus sign is because you always look at that sign. So that tells you what to write down. So I'm going to write a plus sign down. Alright, then only look at the second ones. What do the second ones have in common? Just a B, right? If I take that out, I get an A minus 4C. You know you did it right. Why? What's the same? Perfect, Jenna. Very good. The parentheses are the same. So now we take that to the front. A minus 4C. Bless you. And whatever's left, what's left with the first one? A. And what's left? Plus B. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Y'all okay? Alright, same thing with this one. I'm going to put the first two together. Then I'm going to put that plus sign in the second parentheses, okay? Alright, you have 84 and you have 21. What's the biggest number that goes into both of them? 7? Is it 7? Does 14 go into 84? 14 go into 21. 21 doesn't go into. Is it 21? It is 21. It is 21. Alright, and do they have a letter in common? K to what power? To the 2. There you go. Alright, so I took out the 21, and I took out 2 of them, the K, so it would just be K left. Very good. Alright, 84 divided by 21 is 4. There you go. And I took out both of the K's. So guys, you know if you took out 7, then you would know that wouldn't be the right answer because the 2 parentheses wouldn't match up in just a minute. Alright, this tells me my sign right here. So I'm going to put a plus sign. And 15 and 60. What's the biggest that goes in? There you go. Do they have a letter? Nope. So take out the 15, you have K left. 60 divided by 15 is 4. And you know you did it right, because look, they're the same. Alright, so that'll be K minus 4. And if I take that out, what's left? Very good. Is that Kennedy that said that? Very good job, Kennedy. Good, good, good.
Does it matter which one?
Nope. Nope. As long as the 21 and the 15 are together, it doesn't matter which order they're in. Alright, number 6. Here we go. Last one. So you have 4 terms. So as soon as you see you have 4 terms, you got to group them. Keep that minus sign inside the parentheses. Alright, look at the first one. So you got 105 and you got 175. What's the biggest one that goes into both of those? 35? Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, what letter do they both have in common? N squared. Perfect. Alright, Katie, what's 105 divided by 35? 3? Okay. Will Connor, I had 3 N's. I took out 2 of them. So how many's left here? 1. Perfect. Alright, Chandra, you got your calculator? What's 175 divided by 35? Bless you. 175 divided by 35? 5. There you go. Alright, and I took out all the N squares. Alright, and this guy right here tells me my sign. So it's going to be a minus sign. Alright, Andres, what's the biggest number that goes into 75 and 125? 25. Very good. They don't have a letter. Alright, Ty, what's 75 divided by 25? 3. And Jenna, what's 125 divided by 25? 5. Perfect. Oh, wait, plus. Sorry. Alright, you know you did it right because these are the same. Alright, so I'm going to bring 3n plus 5. And Hannah, when I do that, what 2 terms are left when I take out 3n plus 5? Perfect. Y'all okay? Let's bring back some memories. Okay. Let's see. We have new notes to do today. It's a review from Algebra. We're going to do some more graphing today first. Because you got to get graphing.
whole thing back. Whole thing, whole thing, whole thing. Alright, that's the whole packet back now. Whole thing. Whole thing. Whole thing. No, they got it. Right, Cody, Kennedy, will you write Mario on the top of that one? Alright, so our very first learning target, here we go. Very first learning target, what's it say? I can solve systems of equations by graphing, right? Okay, so that's our very first thing we're going to do. So go ahead and flip over to the next page. Alright, so why do they call it a system? Because we don't have one function anymore. How many functions do they give us? They give us two of them, right? So before you can graph though, guys, before you can graph, what has to happen to each one of those equations? Y got to be by itself. So I want you to make yourself a note because there are three different things that we're going to learn, and each one, something different has to happen to them, okay? So I want you to make yourself a note right now. Y has to be by itself. Somewhere on that paper. On your paper. Somewhere on there. Get Y by itself. Y'all good? Alright, most of y'all are visual learners, okay? So since most of us are visual learners, we're going to mark out this stuff right here. And we're going to draw some pictures instead. Are y'all okay with that? Alright, here we go. There are three different types of graphs we're going to learn. The first one is where they cross at one point. If they cross at one point, that's called a one solution, and we call it consistent and independent. Alright, then there's a second one where they're the same exact line. When you solve both of those equations, they come out to be the exact same thing, okay? And when that happens, we call it consistent and what do you think? Dependent. There you go. Because every single point on there, no matter how many points you put, every single point is going to be exactly the same all the way up. Alright, and there's one more. It's where they're parallel lines. How do you know they're parallel lines in their equation? What do they have in the same slope? Kaylee, perfect. And we just call that inconsistent. Pretty easy, right? Y'all okay? That's all that paragraph was telling you. Alright, here we go. Let's look at number one. Number one, we made ourselves a note that before we could start graphing those, quickly. Okay, here we go. So before you can start graphing those, what do you have to have? Y by itself. So you got two of them, okay? If you're very, very visual, you might want to grab a different color and solve them in different colors so you can see what's happening, because I know that helps me. I'm visual, and most of you are visual as well, okay? So how do I go about solving that first one for Y? How, though? What do I do first? Subtract the X. There you go. So I have 2Y is equal to negative 1X plus 6. Alright, then how do I get rid of that 2? Now look, you got to divide each piece by 2, okay? Alright, so you got y equals negative 1/2 x plus, what's 6 divided by 2? Reagan, go. 3. Perfect. Alright, Katie, what's my slope? Perfect. Will Connor, what's my y-intercept? 3. So, Chandra, what's the 3 tell me to do? Very good. Alright, Kaylee, what's the negative 1/2 tell me to do? Perfect. Alright, we're going to go as far as it'll let us go, okay? Alright, and then Joseph, instead of going down 1, right 1, I can go the other way. So what can I do? Perfect. As far as it'll let me go, okay? Up 1 and left 2. That's it, left. Alright, you got an equal sign, right? So if you got an equal sign, what kind of line is that? We just took a test on it. Dotted or solid? Solid if it's equal, right? Okay, and it's got an equal. Do I have to worry about shading if it's nothing but equal? No, no shading. I'm done, okay? Alright, if you got a different color, grab your different color. Here we go. So we have 2x plus y equals 9. Alright, Eamon, what do I do first to solve that one for y? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, Mina, what's my slope on this one? There you go, very good. Alright, Will Travis, what's my y-intercept? 9, there you go. So Emma, what's the 9 going to tell me to do? Y-axis at 9. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, we got to go 1 off. It'll be alright. Just 1 up. Alright, Hannah, what's my slope of negative 2 over 1 tell me to do? Perfect. And we're going to go all the way across, as big as it'll let us go. Alright, which one of those 3 is it at the top? Very good. So this page is kind of like your cheat sheet. Those 3 graphs that we did at the top is kind of like our cheat sheet. Now, on the ACT, they love to give you graphs on the ACT, but what they're going to ask you is they're going to ask you where that point is of solution. What is that point of solution right there? Give me the 4 and 1. There you go. Perfect. Y'all okay? All right. See if you can solve number 2. See if you can solve number 2.
Personal line, but I don't have to like this. I don't really think so. I think it's like personal line. Yeah.
Alright, did y'all get that? Oh, hold on. Yeah? Most of us did. Alright, what do we call that when there are two parallel lines? Inconsistent. There you go. Y'all okay? Yeah? Easy stuff? Alright, let's flip over to the next one. Because we have to review all this stuff, because we're about to add on to it in a couple of days for Algebra 2 stuff, okay? So I want to make sure you're good with it. We got 2 more to do. We have 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Alright. 3 and 4. Let's try those. Solving for y. Alright, y'all get that on the board? Picture like that? Two negatives cancel out, right? Two negatives cancel out. Yeah. Alright, so what do we call that on number 3 when they cross like that? Very good. And I need to know on the ACT, and for me, they're going to want to know where that point of solution is. What's that point of solution? 4-0. Very good, Reagan. Y'all okay with that? Alright, let's work on number 4 real quick, and then we'll move on to something different. Alright, did you get that they were the same exact line? Yeah? So what do we call them when they're the same exact line? And dependent. Very good. Y'all okay? Am I lost? Alright, let's move on to the next one. So the next one is our second learning target. And what's our second learning target? Using substitution, right? So let's think about this. You go to the cashier, right? And you give her a $5 bill. What can she substitute that $5 bill for? 5 ones, or how many quarters? Not 50. 20 quarters, yep. So she can substitute them out, right? So they mean the same thing, but they look different. So right here, let's make ourselves a note for substitution. So when we graphed, what did we have to look for when we graphed? Y by itself, right? So when we do substitution, it's any letter by itself. It doesn't have to be Y. It can be X or it can be Y. It doesn't matter. Make yourself a note, okay? Make yourself a note so that way you can go back and look at it. That's why you take notes. You don't just take them just to take them. Alright, so let's look at number 1. We need a letter by itself. Doesn't matter what letter. Do you see a letter that's already by itself? Yep, we got X, right? What does X equal? Alright, so you go to the cashier and you give her $5. She's going to give you 5 $1 bills back, right? So I can take, instead of putting X, I can put what X equals. What does X equal? There you go. So I'm going to plug him into X. So I'm going to have 3, and then I'm not going to put X. What am I going to put instead of X? There you go. And what's the rest of that equation? Equals -8. Perfect. Now, the whole reason we did that is because what's the only letter that's up there now? Y, and I can solve for Y. So, Maddie, what can I do first to solve for Y? Maddie? Distribute what? 3. Very good. Alright, so Will Travis, when I distribute that 3, what do I get?
-15 plus 5.
Perfect. Alright, now, this is where on our chapter 1 test at the very beginning, a lot of us messed up, is right here. Look at that equal sign. Those 2 Y's are both on the left side of the equal sign. They're both already there. So don't change any signs. It's -15 minus 2. How much is that? What kind of 17? -17 plus 9. If you need to draw that line, by all means do it so you don't get it wrong, okay? Now you got the 9 and the 8 on different sides. Now you do the opposite to move it. So you're going to subtract 9. You okay with that? I got one more step. What can I do to get Y by itself? Divide. And what's Y?
1.
Now don't circle that because that's not your answer. Alright, let's look back at number 3 that we did earlier. You ready? Because all I'm doing is just another way to solve the same answer. So look at this ordered pair where they crossed. I only found the Y value, which was how much? In my case, on number 1. It was 1 on number 1, right? So what do I have to find still? I still have to find that X value. There you go. Does it matter which one I plug in? No. But what's the easiest one? The first one. Here you go. So I got X equals -5, but I'm not going to put Y because I know what Y is. And then plus 3. What's -5 times 1? -5. And then plus 3. So what's my ordered pair? What's my actual answer? There you go. This is just a review from Algebra 1, guys, okay? Y'all okay so far, though? Sweet. All right, let's move on to number 2. All right, number 2. It said to use substitution, right?
So what do you have to have when you use substitution? A letter by itself. Are either one of these letters by themselves yet? But they're almost by themselves, right? It doesn't matter. Which one do you want to deal with? You want to get x by itself or you want to get y? It doesn't matter. Which one? Do x, okay? So I need to get x by itself. So what would I do to get x by itself? Subtract y. There you go. So I got negative 12 minus y. Are y'all okay with that? Okay, now x is by itself, so I can replace x with what it equals. What's x equal? Negative y minus 12. It was already done. And we did. Right here.
No, on number 2, why wouldn't you get 2x minus 3?
Why wouldn't I do what to 2x minus 3?
You have plug it in. Why didn't you subtract the same thing on the bottom as you go? Or why did you?
Because I only need one letter by itself. We have that by itself. Now we're going to take this and plug it into the top one. You could, but it's much more difficult. I mean, you can, but you're going to have all kinds of fractions and stuff to deal with, which is going to make your life really hard. All right, so we're going to have 2, but I'm not going to put x. I'm going to put negative y minus 12, and then minus 3y equals 6. Yes, ma'am.
How do you know which one to plug in?
See how it says x equals? What do you mean?
No, like how do you? Because for the
Oh,
first one, the top.
okay,
and the
okay.
bottom.
So it's always the other, like, this is the one that x equals, so you plug into the opposite one. This is the one that we dealt with right here, so you plug into the opposite one.
Well, yeah, I know it's the opposite one. Like, how do you know which one? Like which one?
The easiest one. This one, x and y were almost by itself.
Okay.
This would be the easiest one to deal with. This one, you see how x and y have 2 and 3 with them? So you're going to have a whole bunch of fractions and craziness to deal with. If you solve that one, it'll make your life easier. Because they both will give you the same answer. The top one's just going to be much harder to deal with. Okay. All right, so let's distribute that 2. Because now I can figure out what y equals. All right, if you need to, draw that line down that equal sign, okay? Because you see that both of those y's are already on the same side. Don't go making signs different, okay? You got negative 2 minus 3. You're just going to combine them. What's negative 2 minus 3? Negative 5y. And then bring down your minus 24 equals 6. Okay? Now 24 and 6 are on different sides now. That's when I'm going to do the opposite sign. So I have negative 5y is equal to 30. Y'all okay? Divide. And what's the y value? Negative, how much? Careful. Negative 6. There you go. All right, but that's not your answer. That's not your answer, because you need to figure out, if you were to graph those, you've got to figure out where they cross, okay? So you got to find what the x value is. So it doesn't matter which one you plug into. You could plug into the top one. You could plug into the x plus y equals negative 12. Or you could plug into the x equals negative y minus 12. Sorry. It does not matter. Which one do y'all want to do? X plus y? Okay, all right. So you got x plus y equals negative 12. But I'm not going to put y. I'm going to put negative 6. And then you could add 6 and get your x value. So your answer is in order pairs. What's the x value that you just got? And negative 6. Very good. Very good. All right, let's flip over. I think we got 2 more. Yep. Flip over to the next one. Let's see what we got. All right, we got 2 more and then we're done. Okay, number 3, okay? So, Reagan, I'm going to try to find the easiest one. Do you see a letter that is
almost by itself. Get off your phone. You see one that's almost by itself? The x, yep, the negative 3 minus x equals negative 6, right? That x is almost by itself. That doesn't mean you have to solve for that one. That's just going to be the one that's going to make your life the easiest. So since this guy is almost by himself, what could I do to get him by itself completely? There you go. All right, now be careful because you have a negative x, which is like a negative 1. And that equals 3y minus 6, okay? I got to get x completely by itself, so I have one more step. What would I need to do? Perfect, very good. Now I have x is equal to negative 3y plus 6. All right, so I can replace x with what? What can I replace x with? Negative 3y plus 6, right? So we're going to plug it into the opposite one. Now make sure you plug it into the right letter. We're plugging it into x, okay? All right, so I've got 9y plus 3, but I'm not going to put x. I'm going to put negative 3y plus 6. And then it equals 18. Y'all okay with that? Okay, let's distribute. So we get 9y minus 9y plus 18 equals 18. Which guy goes?
You have to plug it into the opposite one.
Yes, because if you plug it into the same one, you're going to get 0 equals 0. Everything will cancel back out. Which is a good thing because that means you did it right. But you won't get an answer that way. Alright, so do you see 9 minus 9 are on the same side of the equal sign? They cancel out. That's 0, right? But I don't have to write 0 because I have the 18 equals 18. Is 18 equal to 18? Yes, that is true. So if that is true, you're not going to get a graph where they cross. You're not going to get one like this where they cross, right? You're just going to get one line like that one right there, okay? Because they equaled each other. They were the same thing. Just like these two equations equaled each other, they were the same thing. So what do we call this guy? There you go. All right, and we got one more to do after that. Oh my gosh, they give you A's and B's instead of X's and Y's, but it's okay. All right, do you have a letter on number 4 that is almost by itself? The first one, what letter? A, all right? So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to add that 3B. Okay, so now I can replace A with 3B minus 22. So we're finished with 4? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so here we go. We have 4, but I'm not going to put A. I'm going to put 3B minus 22. Yep. And then it equals negative 4, right? Then we're going to distribute. Yep. Yep. All right. And then 12 and 2 are on the same side, right? 14. Yep. Oh, yeah, 84. Yep. And then divide, and that is indeed 6. All right, and we'll finish this up. We'll finish that problem up tomorrow. Homework tonight. What's your homework tonight? Look on the board. Page 11. 3 whole problems, right? 3 whole problems. Page 11. Bye, guys. Y'all have a great day.